Hey, what's up, good people? Mike Freeland coming at you. It's been a few days since my last recording, but I think you're going to enjoy this one. Today is actually the 2nd of November, 2021, 2:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over here on the East Coast of the United States. Guys, look, I'm going to show you something today. I've been working in my demo account for a while, and now I've pushed it over to my live account and doing pretty well with it. Of course, nothing is total, nothing is 100% guaranteed, but what we've been doing has been working out really, really cool. So before we get started, let me show you first. I started trading this and pulled it over to my live account on the first. I did one trade late or whatever and lost it, no big deal. When I started today, you see I won, I broke even, lost, won, lost. As I was critiquing it a little more, win, lost, win, lost, broke even, lost, win, lost, win, broke even, win, back and forth. And I'm actually getting it together even more. So all is good. All in all, it's pretty good. Let me show you this. Now, there's a couple of things that have happened on pocket options that I'm aware of. One thing in particular is that now you can trade with as little as 5 seconds on your normal currencies or your real-time currencies. You were at one point only able to do that on the over-the-counter pairs, which, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but they're set up by the broker, so the broker has the control of it. But these pairs here are the pairs that are actually out there, that are the more permanent pairs that we're all are familiar with, and you can now trade 5 seconds. So what I've done is I've set this particular time for 5 seconds, and I've run it on the 15-second candle time. All right. Now the indicators that I'm using for this is more so, most of it is just for visual, to help me pop in and out of trades in 5 seconds and try to be as successful as possible. So the first down the bottom I want to start is the SCAF trend cycle. Now this particular indicator seems to do very, very well when it's showing you when to get in and out of a trade, or not get out, but actually pop in the trade at the perfect time, so to speak. So this is why I use this. This gives some pretty good, almost near perfect entries in and out of trades, okay? The awesome oscillator, which most people are familiar with, and based on this particular strategy that I'm doing, I love this because I try to get in on each particular trade or each pair right here in these little areas where I call this little candle, the smallest candle, the indecision candle, which usually is the candle that starts the pair going in the opposite direction, usually. All right, as you can see over here, it broke and it brought us below the zero. Before that, it was up and then down. So that's kind of like how I try to do that, because normally, and especially for this particular strategy, once it breaks for the next 3, 4, 5 candles, in many cases, it goes in your direction. Now up here we're using 2 moving averages, and we're using the super trend. Now the super trend is only here visually just to let me know that the particular currency pair is in a downtrend. And ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something over here really quick. If you noticed, all of the trades that I've done, for the most part, I think there's one in here, but all of them are being done in the downtrend. Yeah, the first uptrend I lost. I think there's one in here that I did win. But most, yeah, well, I broke even, but most of the trades, I think even after that, all of the trades are downtrend. This particular strategy is really going on a downtrend. Now, once it gets perfected, and even once I get better with it, I'll start going up and down. But right now, because when you see so many things, you're seeing so much out there, there's so much thrown on the screen when you're watching other people's strategies and stuff. I wanted to do something where, you know, if you just follow one way all the way until you get comfortable with it, then if you want to go as, you know, start trading in an uptrend, you can. But this particular way is just straight down trend. So the super trend, I did not change anything. This is the normal settings for the super trend. All right. What I'm looking for, I'm not even worried about anything that's showing uptrend. What I'm looking for is the downtrend. Okay? That's all I'm looking for, just so that that lets me know whether it's going to continue to go down. In many cases, if it's moving sideways, which we really don't want to touch anyway, or then if it really actually shoots and goes up. That's the only reason I have that there, because this particular strategy, I'm only getting in trades that are going down. All right? Now, I use the two moving averages. Okay, we want to set one at period 6, SMA. All right? And you want your style to be ×2 and green. All right? Now, the reason for that is because the green is the equivalent to when the downtrend is going and your sales are going down. This is why it's at the bottom. Except right here, for you can see it's starting to go up. So right now, this is not a good trade to get in based on this strategy. All right, the other moving average, the period is 14 SMA, and the style, the red is the color, 2 pixels save. All right, now we see that the lower is red. I can change that, but I leave it at red. And the moving average that we want to follow is red. So don't get them confused when they cross. Their crossing is really nothing more than a visual confirmation to say, hey, yeah, this buddy is really going down when the moving average even crosses that in the whole diagram. All right. What we are following is when the green and the red crosses. But again, we're only doing downtrend. So as you can see right here while you're watching this, this is starting to go down. We see over here the candle is going down. We see that there is a bend in the green. All right, you can see that bend. And then the bend is signaling that there's getting ready to be the cross. All right. I normally won't even though it looks like it's downing now, I won't even get in just to be a little safer until we got in a short cross. All right, and then sometimes I even wait for the cross to come over and to begin to drop down. Because when you're thinking about retracements and all of those things, just the initial cross can kind of put you in a loss, as I've noticed, more so than when it's actually curved and coming down. Also, I meant to tell you really quick, let me backtrack. I meant to tell you that I'm using it should be the Heikin Ashi candles, is what they should have been. Why do I like the Heikin Ashi candles? The Heikin Ashi candles, let me set it so it will give you a better look. And let me make this full screen. Okay, now the Heikin Ashi candles, which is what is so cool about these candles, are each candle starts halfway through where the previous candle ended. All right, that's very, very powerful. Now with the Heikin Ashi candles here, you can see, this is the lower. Okay. Now this is on 10 seconds, which is still good. But here's the lower. Alright, but here are the two moving averages that we are watching. And as you can see right now, here is that indecisive candle that I will be talking about, that I was talking about. And now you see the next two candles are going in the direction that we're talking about. So it would be actually easier to make a trade. Now, what else I want to say is, again, notice how these candles are starting halfway through. Halfway through. Halfway through. And finally, what you guys want to understand is you do not want to take trades on candles like this, on all of these little candles that look like they're confused. They don't look like they know which way they're going. You want to take trades on candles that have flat tops. Okay? If at all possible. You notice all your flat top candles are giving you the momentum to pretty much stay in for 5 seconds and win in most of the cases. So you don't want to get in. I know it's this particular strategy is pretty good, pretty easy, but it requires patience. Think about it like this, guys. A spider makes its web and it sits in its web and waits for its food to come. Alligators lay and wait in the water, still solid, just wait, and then they slowly move where they're undetected. Lions, cheetahs, leopards, those big cats, they all stalk and strike in what they believe is the perfect time to be successful for a kill. All right. With this particular strategy, you may have to wait a little longer because of several reasons. Number one, as I said, you're only doing downtrend wins. Okay. So if you go through, this is EURUSD. If you go through other particular, here's another one that's great right now that's in a downtrend. But what I want to show you is if you're going through one that's in an uptrend, even though it looked like you're winning with this strategy, or for me personally, I let this higher and this uptrend go. I let this go. When it's crossing and it's going up like that, and everything is showing that it's going up, I let them go. I'm only looking to get in based on what I've done in the demos and everything. I'm only looking to get in on downtrends. The cool part about that is it allows you to breathe a little easier and not try to jump in every trade and lose $1 here, $2 there, $5 there, win one. It really kind of alleviates that a little better. Now also what I do before I get in, matter of fact, let me show you. I need to show you real quick. So let's minimize that. What I'll do sometimes is I'll come over to the strength indicator chart. Now if I see which ones are strong, so I'm going to see which ones are strong, as you can see here, and which ones are weak. Alright, I go over to Forex Factory just to see where there's some red envelopes, and you can actually see my other videos that talks about these and this particular software to help you. Then I come over to investing.com, and what I did was, because Euro USD is saying strong sell hourly, daily, weekly, everything is a strong sell right now. Let me go back over to USD. I'm sorry, EURUSD, and as you can see, it was a strong sell. Okay, now this is probably just a bunch of retracements right now, because you see here is your down line, and then it'll probably start coming down again. That's what, and so definitely right now, because I looked here and all the as far as USD, I mean EURUSD, EUR is winning that battle for the most part. And then I could go through and look and see which other ones, and I can pull them up if I just want to stay there. Now keep in mind also, okay, here's EUR CAD. We saw that over there. All right. Here right now it's doing a retracement, but it's probably going to loop over and start coming down again. You know, that's what it's probably going to do. So I would just wait that out. Okay, the thing is you have to wait these out, and this is where your patience is sitting in stealth mode. You have to wait these out until they come back in to that down. You can see here it's going up. Here, the SCAF trend cycle is going up for a perfect entry going up, but I don't want to deal with anything going up. I will risk losing those trades and just focus on down, you know, the trades coming down. And, you know, I'm more happy with doing that and getting more wins than trying to chase everyone up and down, and, you know, just getting frustrated with it. So, now here's the thing. When it just started in an uptrend. As you can see way back here, it was in an up, and it's showing you, like I showed you, even though it said sells all the way through, it's up here. So what I could do, guys, is I could sit and literally wait, because you see it's breaking back over. I could sit and literally wait for this to cross over. I could take the shot because I see that it's doing, but see, I'm glad this is popping up, because the fact that this is still in an upward momentum, you know, you could get in good here and be great, and then, you know, feel comfortable, and boom, this happens. Keep in mind, you also want to make sure that you're getting in on candles that are flat tops. When you get comfortable with making trades, buy trades, or call trades, you want to make sure they're flat bottoms, because you can see that they're going up. All right, so then all I would do, guys, based on after my settings and everything, here we got one that's in a great downtrend. I would just go through and find where they go. I usually try to get in, and I'm gonna jump in on this one just because I usually try to jump in right when it's getting ready to change. Like I lost that because I just jumped in. Now right now is when I would normally try to get in and watch it drop. See how it drops? And because it's at the middle deal here, boom, and there's another one. So I try to get in as soon as they come over, because even if they retrace a little bit, a lot of times it will fall back down. But these little small ones, you don't want to get in anyway. Remember I said the little ones that tend to have more wick than body of the candle, you kind of want to let those go anyway. So, you know, write this down, guys. Write down write down what the actual settings are, you know, or whatever. Write down what those settings are, and what I, you know, make a little side note on what those are. Write down why I use the Heikin Ashi candles. Write down why you want the flat tops and you don't want these little look like little confused candles, because when they're small like this and all, the chances are greater, like I did when I jumped in, the chances are greater that you're going to lose those. All right, but like now this is getting ready to look as if it's going to cross back over and come down, even though it gave you the entry to go up, but now it's starting to come back down. So there's a flat top. All right, and then on the next flat top, which I hit, I think I might have still hit this right even though it went up, because it got it at the top. Boom, I did get lucky on that one. All right, but right now that's one. I'm glad I did that, because right now it's in this almost, and I mentioned it earlier, moving horizontal, and in horizontal it can go in any direction. So that's why you really want that switch like it is here, that cross where it really starts coming down and it's better in your favor. So I can sit here and watch this. Guys, practice this in your demo. Everything that I share with you guys, you need to practice and practice in your demo. You know, practice it not 20 times, not 10 times, not get 5 straight wins and then jump over. Practice it, you know, 50 to 75 to 100 times in your demo before you actually go live with it. Okay, but as you can see, just on here, I was 1 and 1 with that. And if I was in here, I don't necessarily have to click them. You're going to practice them in your demo anyway. But as you can see, if you follow the guidelines that I just mentioned, you can see here we had the perfect entry on this candle right here to start going back down. And you can see at least those 3 candles. Now we're in that indecision mode where the candles could go in either direction. All right, it is starting back down, so you can look at possibly getting back in again. Another thing I meant to mention really quick, when you're watching this green, the green line, to help you, another thing to help you, if you notice as the candle changes, when this is getting ready to go into an uptrend, you see how this bends up? The green line begins to bend right along with the bend here. So if it's coming down like this and you're watching everything and all of a sudden it breaks off and levels out for that bend, don't get in, because as you see, here's where the indecision started. Then you see it went back and it started coming back down. But right now things are just, it's like too choppy in here. It's too choppy. Even though we're still in a downtrend, it is too choppy for this. So you can either sit and wait this one out and see what it's going to do, or begin to search for other. And then it could be really the time of day here in the United States. It's almost 3 p.m. We're getting close to where the markets are getting ready to close here, and so things are just it's just that time of day where things could be slowed up and not really worth trading at the point at right now. And as you can see, because the market is looking like it's a little crazy, here we have another one that's going down in our favor, or the direction we want, but the market is getting to be a little more choppy, so things are tending to happen. So those are things that you have to look for as well. But now, boom, but that's what I'm saying. You got this here. If they were getting smaller, you got the chop. Now it looks like it may be starting to go up. We haven't gotten a full entry showing that it's definitely going to go up based on the scaff trend. So you're having all of this horizontal movement, an unstable market pretty much that you just, we really taking chances with. I mean, you got a good flat top here. You can sit here and watch this, maybe one, and get in. Here's another good one, so you could probably take the shot. I'll take it and see. And if anything, hopefully you either break even like I did, or it doesn't do any movement. Now this one will probably drop down. I normally don't see 2 break evens, but in 5 seconds it very well may. But the cool part about that, you don't really lose your money either. I mean, they will retrace, but as you can see here, and I'm leaving this line here so you can see, these 3 candles that you're looking at, none of them have moved up or down. So they would have been just all break even runs. Okay, so you don't lose as much, but you still have to be focused. And that's why I say play with this in your demo. I've shown you guys some cool, in my opinion, some cool simple strategies, and I've gotten some great feedback. And I think this will be another good one for you guys. Now I'm going to tell you this, guys. After talking to some of you guys over the phone, and I really appreciate everything that you guys are saying about how some of these very, very simple strategies are working even more, better than the complicated ones and everything. And a lot of you guys are working with what they call the gurus, and then you've come across, my page and taken some of the strategies that I've had, and you've been successful. And a lot of you are saying, Mike, man, you need to just go ahead and, sell some of this stuff and blah, 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 like the other people. I really don't want to do that. I know, guys, that what I can share with you, you'll have more wins than losses. You guys has even responded with that, and I appreciate it. I don't want, and I don't have the time to sit and try right now anyway to try to create and sell you ebooks for $1,500, $5,000. I don't have the time to do that. And furthermore, you know, a lot of these people are being exposed right now, and I definitely don't want to set up nothing to have people come back and want to call themselves exposing me. What I want to do, what I share, guys, I share from the heart. I share because it helped me. But a lot of people are just saying, Mike, man, you should at least get paid. And in some cases I have, but you should at least get paid, you know, for your time and effort for what you put into you know, sharing this stuff. So if you don't have a Pocket Options account, I'm leaving my link in my description. Get your Pocket Option account through me, and you know, when you fund your account or whatever, however Pocket Options does on the affiliate side, I'll get something out of that. That's great, fine, I'll take it that way. Also, what I'm going to do, guys, I'll even go as far as putting my Cash App in my description or whatever. If these things are working for you guys and you feel like you want to thank me or show your appreciation, you know, you can just Cash App me, whatever. I'm not setting a price on it. I'm not doing any of that. Whatever you feel you want to Cash App to me to say, hey, I appreciate what you're sharing and blah, 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 you can do that. You know, it's on what they call it, a goodwill basis, or however you feel led to do it, you can do that. I'm fine with that. The bottom line is I try to share. I do have a couple of things that I do sell indicators and things like that for people who inquire them. When they see the videos I sell and they've been having success with them. So I do that. But all of the other stuff, trying to, you know, force feed you an ebook and all of that other stuff is just not me. There's a lot of guys out there showing you all the money they may be making, or at least saying they're making, you know, living these lifestyles the way that they want to live them, flashing all of this stuff. And it's a lot of it is because people are giving them, you know, sending them $500, $1,000, $1,200, $2,000 on an ebook or a course and all of that, and they're joining all of their, you know, different private groups and paying for stuff over there, and then they're coming back to YouTube and posting all of the stuff that they thought was going to happen that didn't happen. So if you want to, you know, show your appreciation that way, that's fine, but I'm not going to do that other stuff. Also, you guys know, as a disclosure, hey, please trade with money that you can afford to lose. Look at it like that. Don't trade with rent money, car payments, you know, food money, or nothing like that, because as you know, this is not guaranteed. You know that it's definitely a risk, but what we try to do is share strategies and things to make it less of a risk, and that you can get some great satisfaction out of it. So this is Mike Freeland. It's almost 30 minutes, guys. I'm going to cut this video short. I'm trying to figure out how I can hook this thing up without holding my cell phone, and I really want to take a video and do live trades. You know, so I'm working on doing that so that I can do maybe a 30-minute session of just live trades. As you can see, as I was talking, this crossed over where you would want, and now you see things dropping in our favor. I would also watch, even though it's coming down, I would watch this. See how they're getting smaller and smaller? Look like they're getting ready to come below the zero. You're going to get that indecision candle, as I said, which could very well be this one, maybe a little smaller one. Then all of a sudden you'll see it drop down, and that's really a good sign. Even though all of this is good, they're flat tops for the most part and everything, all of this is good, but as it comes down and it drops below the zero, it gets even better. This, boom, there we go, guys. These were ones I should be getting in, but I'm letting this roll and I'm telling you about it so that you watch this video 2 or 3 times, so that you can see these are strong candles, strong flat tops, and you're talking 5 minutes. See how they pick up right here at the half of the other. Now this one you might would have won when it was down here, but it shot back up. That's a big shoot up within the market. Then it's coming right back. So you know, if you didn't get in that, that's normally when that happens, it will drop right back and begin to come down some more for you, or it'll start to go back and you'll see it come back up and cross. But even still, right here, you would have been good, and then you could have moved on to another pair, or you could have just watched it out. See, there's so many different tricky things with this, guys. But what I'm here to try to help you guys do is to get all around that and, you know, win, win, win. So with that, this is Mike Freeland. You guys take care, and we'll see you in the next video.